With WWE producers caught watching Dynamite during NXT and worries of Summerslam being cancelled, this is Wrestling Up. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for August 4th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Chairman of WWE Vince McMahon has always been viewed as larger than life and loves to test himself. WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle is no stranger to wrestling around with McMahon, and told Fightful that Vince would even try to box Mike Tyson. No, Vince will only try once. If he does not succeed, he's not going to try again. Vince is one of those guys that wants to feel what it's like to be up against an Olympic gold medalist or a world champion boxer. He wants to feel that knockout. He wants to feel getting slammed. He's crazy. The guy always tests himself. He wants to test himself against the best. If Tyson was there, Vince would say, "Hey, let's go one round." And Vince would do it. He really would. He would want to know how it feels to get knocked out by Mike Tyson. That's just how Vince is. Top star and EVP of AEW, Cody Rhodes, recently took part in a conference call and was asked about how many more free agents the company can bring in, with him replying, "I tell a lot of my peers in wrestling you can't wish away good talent, especially when you get in a groove as a talent yourself." And it's not unlike the world that Tony comes from already, the world of the NFL and football in the UK. If there's a free agent out there that can move the needle and be something significant for us, personally, I'm not saying this from the company's perspective. I think you have to go after them. Does that change the landscape of the show and the roster? For sure. But that is one of the areas where, as much as things can get personal, it is business, and no one is immune from that. AEW Rampage is coming as a new program for the promotion on the 13th, which can provide another platform for the current and new stars coming to the company. August 21st will see SummerSlam go down in Allegiant Stadium, where all fans must wear a mask. Ticketmaster and Allegiant Stadium put out this statement: Allegiant Stadium takes the health and safety of its guests, employees, and staff very seriously. In response to rising COVID cases and in accordance with the Center for Disease Control and Prevention and State of Nevada Emergency Directive 047, all individuals, regardless of vaccination status, must wear a face mask while inside the stadium. The State of Nevada and CDC do not currently require proof of vaccination to attend events. Allegiant Stadium's COVID-19 protocols are subject to change as additional info is discovered or provided by the State of Nevada and the CDC. Individual events held at Allegiant Stadium may also implement heightened COVID protocols, so please read all correspondence regarding an individual event carefully. After over a year of wrestling without live fans and attendance, WWE is back to live touring and looking to return in a big way for the summer with their upcoming pay-per-view. Still, BodySlam.net is reporting that WWE is concerned that the event will not go down as planned. The company is worried about mandates against large gatherings, as the internal expectation within WWE is that they will have to return to the Performance Center or another venue for their Thunderdome gimmick within a couple of weeks. Right now, the feeling is that SummerSlam can and will be cancelled, and the company fully expects that they will not be on the road in 4 weeks' time. While WWE is not expecting another round of lockdowns, they see bans on mass gatherings as very likely within the next 4 weeks, with them fully expecting to not be on the road in that time. With John Cena making his return to WWE to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title at SummerSlam, he told Forbes that he would stick around on programming if he is able to win the belt. Man, never say never about WWE. Like I said, I had a month to myself and here I am back in a ring. So maybe if I get another month to catch my breath, I'll hopefully make another visit back. I'm going to have to defend that championship that I win from Roman somehow. Cena's return has seen a decent ratings increase, so this adds an interesting wrinkle for those expecting Roman to dominate at the pay-per-view. Who do you see winning this match? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Former NXT champion Malakai Black shocked fans making his AEW debut with his first match set for their homecoming event tonight against Cody Rhodes. On Talk Is Jericho, Black touched on his time in WWE and what advice he got from Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels. Shawn was always considered a smaller guy, but he revolutionized the business. Black said on the show, Black then spoke about how guys like Shawn Michaels and Terry Taylor used to be criticized in their days for just doing flashy moves. It was funny to hear that guys like Terry Taylor and Shawn Michaels, guys from two different eras, would get the same criticism that a lot of us get now. But he was one of those guys who told us to make it okay, but find a way to do it. Find a way for it to make sense. You're never ever going to convince everyone, and your goal is not to convince everyone. Your goal is to progress the business in the way that the business is installed in 2021, by also maintaining the old school and maintaining what is relevant and keeping an ear on the ground to look at pop culture and what is current. And Shawn was great at that. Max Caster made his way to the ring for a match on AEW Dark this week, with him rapping as usual. This time he made reference to Simone Biles' mental health issues and poked fun at the Duke lacrosse team controversy. This has many fans upset as Caster was trending on Twitter. AEW has pulled that clip, with Caster sending out this tweet after. "Thanks Dave, seems like a lot of people enjoyed Dark tonight. Proud to be a part of the 100th episode. This was aired on pre-tape, so it could have been edited out from the get-go. Now they have not only removed it, but are copyright striking those that post it." Following his retirement from wrestling after facing Baron Corbin at WrestleMania 35, Kurt Angle has said that he would need a lot of money to return to the ring and face the AEW champion, saying this on his podcast. "If they paid me $10 million, I would do one more match. I'll wrestle Kenny Omega for $10 million. I'll get my butt kicked. Mrs. Angle would kick my butt. I'm more scared of her than anybody else. I wouldn't be able to tell her. There's no way she would let me do it. She would lock all the doors from the outside." Funny enough, Angle was given an opportunity to come in with Fightful reporting. He was offered a deal to come into All Elite Wrestling for a run after his retirement. He said that he was flattered by the offer, but wasn't considering it because he's too beat up physically to compete at the level he once did. Impact Wrestling would also send him an offer, as it looks like Angle will be staying retired for the time being. Recently, a video from February 19th of last year was posted by Ringside News, which shows an NXT match between Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream. It also features producers watching Dynamite during the taping. After requesting and being granted his WWE release, Ric Flair spoke to People, talking about his plans going forward. "It was a mutually agreed upon decision, and I will be moving forward to pursue other exciting endeavors such as my own line of wine, my own network, as well as comic books. I had to make this decision personally for my business and my brand." And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.